I want to make a quick talk as I'm listening to Carl here. And let me turn Carl down. Carl, I consider Carl as my teacher. And thanks to Carl, I got out of altcoins around 6 months ago when he basically deprogrammed me. Now, Carl is a little ignorant on altcoins, with all respect, Carl, because he thinks altcoins are just money, and they're not. When you're investing in things like Ethereum, when you invest in things like Ripple, you got to think of it as a stock. And I'll tell you, now is probably a good time. I've started to move into them again, and here's why. What's really interesting about this break, what's going on right now, that he's saying, and it's likely to go up, is the largest blockchain conference on the planet is about to take place in Osaka, Japan. It's DevCon 5, right? 5, fifth age of man. It's I have 3 events going on at DevCon 5. It's my last DevCon. You can consider me as the ETH Satoshi. I worked with the founder of Bitcoin Magazine. It wasn't Vitalik. It wasn't Mihaly Alisi. It was a guy called Matthew D. Wright, who was working on a stealth project called Small Planet, which is Ethereum. I don't know the story. You know, we may never know the story how Vitalik ended up with Small Planet and launching Ethereum. But the simple fact is, I know for I'm 90% sure that Small Planet is Ethereum. But what's really interesting, I don't want to go there, is that the break is happening right before Ethereum. The conference starts on the 8th. I'm going to be in Osaka on the 5th, and you know, you've got to think of this. This is like consensus in New York, where it drove the price of Bitcoin really up. The price of Bitcoin really skyrocketed with consensus. The price of the altcoin boom is going to take off. I'm pretty sure with you know, with DevCon 5. Carl or anyone wants to broadcast for my events, I have the very best events. I have events on the 28th floor at the Hyatt. I have events in the BB Bar on the so the kickoff event. If you want to talk about or broadcast, you're more than welcome. Anyone who does cryptos can come to my event. They're open events. I'm going to be talking about the why of the blockchain. I'm going to be talking about, you know, social capitalism, which is the why of the blockchain, how it's going to come about, how Bitcoin is so paramount in replacing the fiat, how the blockchain is all about replacing Wall Street and in Silicon Valley, and ultimately how AI is going to you know, change everything. So yeah, it's super cool. Carl, thumbs up. If you want to come to Japan, you know, let me know, and connect on LinkedIn. Is best bet. Undoubtedly, Foundups, the why of the blockchain, launching 2020, started in 2010.